hip hop is not, hip hop is strong, it's still around. Like real dudes are still listening to hip hop. You understand what I'm saying? Real people are still listening to hip hop. You know, there's this thing like after a certain age, hip hop is dead. You know what I mean?
Right.
And no, that's not the truth, because you got people like me that work regular 9 to 5 that go to work every day. You know what I'm saying? They throw those 90s tracks in there. They throw those early 2000 tracks up in their vehicles, their headphones on their way to work. They want to hear that. It's just not
Right.
being, it's not being given to them. It's not being fed to them. You know what I'm saying? I believe there's a fan base for everybody, and I believe that we need to feed the people that want to hear, who have the ear for that. You know what I'm saying?
Exclusive interviews, global voices, real stories.
Once again, New York City, it's your girl, Miss Goldie, to you, back at it. Worldwide Entertainment TV. And today we got one of the most talked about names on the East Coast. The energy, the bars, the presence. Lord Chaos is in the building. So we're going to get right into it. Lord Chaos. Hey.
Going on, family? What's the
So, you
word?
know, that name commands attention. What's the meaning behind it? And what chaos are you turning into order right now?
So my name came from my peoples on the block. Um, at the time, I didn't know why they, why was the reason that they wanted to name me that. I just clung to it, and as time went on, I gave it more definition. You know, um, the spelling has always been the same, Kaos. But as I got older and started experiencing other things in life, you know, Nation of Islam, you know, incarcerations, just running in the streets, you know, the name took a life of its own.
Okay, okay. And when did you start in the industry?
Been around the industry for a long time. Let me clear that up first. I've been in the circumference of the industry for a very, very long time. Um, like people were like G Dep, uh, um, Black Rob, um, you know, Rough Riders, Lost Boys, Mr. Cheeks. I've been around for a long time, so I'm no newcomer. X, the Brand Nubians, Who It All, of Lords of the Undergrounds. I've been around for a while, like, you know what I mean? I've been around hip hop music game for a while. But I chose a different path than my counterparts at an early age, so it led me down a different road. And it took me some time to kind of like, you know, find my way back. You know what I mean?
Okay, and when you say um you travel down a different road, we love stories of redemption and change and growth. Can you tell us a little bit about the path that you chose?
I chose to be, I chose to be, you know, I didn't even choose, because I think, you know, in life, some certain things happen for a reason. Who chooses to do bad? You don't choose to do evil. You don't choose to do wrong. You know what I'm saying? You, in
Right.
life, we're given certain options, certain opportunities, and circumstances arise, and we have to make choices accordingly to what, you know, what life is. You know, growing up in a single mother home, in a single parent home, my mom was addicted to heroin. You know what I'm saying? She smoked crack. Um, my father was doing a good amount of time in prison. You know, he was doing 15 to life at the time. And, you know, growing up in the hood, you know, during that era, during that crack era, and, you know, having so much going on around, it's like you have to survive. It becomes a survival. Became a survival, you know, thing of survival. And, you know, you do what you got to do to survive. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to starve, especially when you got younger siblings that you got to look out for. Now you become all of a sudden the parent in the house. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when you in them streets and you start indulging in them streets, you're going to end up going down certain paths like incarcerations, and, you know, you experience life on a whole different level. You know what I mean? So it's like That's what I mean by that, you know.
Okay, okay. Tell us where you're from and what it was like in your hood.
I'm from the Upper West Side. A lot of people like to consider it Harlem, but it's not Harlem. It's the Upper West Side. Um, I'm from Douglas Projects. If you do your homework on Douglas Projects has a lot of history behind it. A lot of people came from Douglas. Mackay Pfeiffer, Khalees came from Douglas. One of the forefathers of hip hop, DJ Reggie Wells, is from Douglas. Um,
Mhm.
there's a lot of history around in Douglas and surrounding Douglas. Rocksteady Park is right around the corner. Earl the Goat, Earl the Goat used to the Goat Park right around the corner on Amsterdam Ave. Earl used to practice, play ball there all the time. We got a lot of history when it comes to music. Like now we not only got myself, but you also got, on the drill side of things, you got the sweepers. They represent Douglas too. You know what I mean? So Douglas is has a history of his own. You know what I mean? Not only into the entertainment world, but on the street level also. We never been slouches. Been in the newspaper plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't never been soft. We not quite Harlem, but we like on the west side of things. We're the first projects before you get to Harlem. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Harlem is on 110th. It's the light
So
when
that
you
was
going
bougie.
uptown. You got to pass Douglas to get to Harlem. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well come in and visit. You know what I
You
mean?
came from bougie projects.
Huh?
You came from the bougie projects.
I mean, no, hell no, bougie where? Nah. Douglas ain't never been pretty. I mean, if you do your homework, we we give it up. We give it up over there. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna get too crazy because we give it up over there. We've always given it up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know.
That
Uptown, East Side, everybody know. Regardless to what, you gotta give credit when credit's due. We always been about our business. We steppers over there.
that's
You know what I mean? On
that's
all levels.
definitely on all levels.
On all levels.
So so your new project got people talking, especially that track with DMX. How did that collaboration come together?
That's through Anno Domini. Anno Domini had a few tracks with a few other people as well. Um, I got uh that feature. I also got another feature before we get to the other feature, but he sent me a package and it was DMX, Cameron, um, Corrupt, just to name a few like features in it, and I was like, yo, I want that one.
Okay,
That's the
okay.
big bro. Like the reason why is like that's the big bro. If you're gonna, if and I'm not saying Anno couldn't gave it to anybody else. He could have gave it to anybody. Anybody probably got it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many people heard it, whatever, before I got it. But when I heard it, I was like, yo, it's crazy how it just fell in my lap. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
And
right.
so like it was only fit it only fit the whole situation, you know what I mean? And the big
Mhm.
bro, like, the first person to put me on stage was Busy Bone for Bone Thugs and Harmony. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
always say this. Whenever I'm gonna talk about X, I always say this. The first person to put me on stage was Busy Bone for Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Mhm.
The first person to give me a feature was Do It All, Lord to the Underground.
Okay.
When I met Busy Bone, he told me, watch these promoters. That was his advice to me. When I met X, he said, stay in your own bubble. That was his advice to me.
Mhm.
Mr. Cheeks then took me on the road everywhere and showed me the business. He
Mm-hmm.
taught me the business. Mr. Cheeks taught me how to pay attention to it, to the paper, and how to get it. And as well as Tragedy Gaddafi. Shout out to the bros. Mr. Cheeks told me it's only 10% music, 90% business.
Yes.
So these
Yes.
jewels was dropped on me, you know what I'm saying? And I kept them dear to me.
Right.
So when the
That,
opportunity came, when
that's
I
really,
heard the song, it was like, yo, this is a blessing in disguise.
mm-hmm.
How many people can be put in can try to put themselves in a certain position and be touched by certain influences that they never thought they would be able to come around? No,
Right.
there's so many people chasing the dreams that never got a chance to speak to DMX,
Right.
that never got
Is
a
that
chance to be in the same room as DMX,
right?
to never be on the same, standing backstage or off the stage, but never get a chance to see that were diehard fans,
Mm-hmm.
that are diehard fans. Never got a chance. I'm not gonna take it. I gotta take advantage of that opportunity. I said,
Right.
put that, put that in the Pro Tools and let's get it done right now.
So did it push you creatively in a different way?
Well, of course, that's X.
Mhm.
That's X. Anybody that say no is a liar, right? That's X. So you got to sit down and really really think about what you're writing. You got to really sit down and think about, like, what am I gonna say? You know what I'm saying? What am I saying right now? You
Right.
know, I think years ago, if we was in the booth freestyling, you wouldn't care about what you were saying because that was the
Mhm.
mindset back then. But now, when you have a voice and you really know how to articulate your words, what are you going to say? You have to
Right.
say
Yeah.
something.
Right.
You cannot
Right.
say nothing
Right. Right.
because
And it better be good.
you cannot just say anything. You got to say something.
Right.
So, yes, of course, you're going to sit down and think when it comes to X,
Right.
regardless if he's in that room or if he's not in that room.
Right. You definitely got to keep up and try to match his energy.
Yeah.
You can feel the hunger in this project. What message did you want fans to walk away with after listening to it?
hip hop is not hip hop is strong, is still around. Like, real dudes are still listening to hip hop. You understand what I'm saying? Real people are still listening to hip hop. There's this thing, like, after a certain age, hip hop is dead. You know what I mean?
Right.
And no, that's not the truth, because you got people like me that work regular 9 to 5s that go to work every day. You know what I'm saying? They throw those 90s tracks in there. They throw those early 2000 tracks up in their vehicles, their headphones on their way to work. They want to hear that. It's just not
Right.
being it's not being given to them. It's not being fed to them. You know what I'm saying? I believe there's a fan base for everybody, and I believe that we need to feed the people that want to hear, who have the ear for that. You know what I'm saying? It's if you
That kind
listen,
of goes into my next question. You're blending classic hip hop energy with today's sound. How intentional was that balance?
um, that's a conscious decision, but that's a conscious decision by me, because being incarcerated, you learn to gravitate to whatever sound comes to you, because
Mm-hmm.
you don't have access. Well, at that time, you didn't have access. Now they got tablets and shit. I don't know what the fuck they got now, but when I was in there, you know what I'm saying, it was headphones plugged into the wall. So, certain you had to write according to what, if if you was in the box and you didn't have your tape deck and all that, you know what I'm saying, when you're not in general population. When you're in population, you had tapes and shit. You could throw certain shit in and rock out to it. But I remember times throwing the jack in the wall and having to wait for a certain song to come on, because it was like clockwork. It was gonna come on. You know what I'm saying? So I could rhyme to that beat. You know what I'm saying? So um it's like, it's important. I believe it's important to stay fresh, to keep the ear to what's fresh. That's how you're gonna keep the movement going. But I
Yeah,
also believe it's important to stay original in my own self. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Could I scribe to a drill beat? Of course I could. You know what I'm saying? And make it hot probably. You know what I'm saying? But that's the young boys thing. I'm not trying to take they life. That's what they doing. I respect it totally because when I was a young boy, we was doing what we was doing, and the older dudes was telling us that we was doing it wrong, and we did it anyway. And look what happened. You know what I'm
right.
saying? We made it bigger.
Definitely made it bigger. Every artist has that one record that defines a chapter. Which track on this project tells your truth the loudest?
That's a good question on this project. There's a couple of them. There's, I would say and another one. I haven't put it out yet. It's coming on the EP when the whole project drops. Um, I think you heard it though. I think I let you hear it.
The exclusive.
Yeah, I think you heard it though. But I think that one gets deeper because I always do songs that are more deeper in thought and feeling and mental, you know what I'm saying? I try to really talk to people, give them a piece of me so they understand where I came from, so they understand I know what they're going through. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think another one is that song that talks to the people, like, nigga, I'm just as broke as you, nigga. I'm out here 9 to 5 like you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm moving this, I'm sliding and gliding like you are. We the same, you know what I mean? We
You
right
don't
here.
have any smoke and mirrors on this project. You bring in reality and not a false reality because I think that's what's messing a lot of these youth up. You see, like people might see the kind of car you drive and the jewels you wear and how you move, but they don't realize what you did to get that.
Yeah, that's a fact. I think the industry has, and it's not, people want to blame certain age brackets and certain put stuff. It's just the agenda that's being pushed. You know what I'm saying? From the beginning, we knew that there was an agenda. You know what I'm saying? It's just that the agenda has money.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And
It has an ROI.
the agenda got money. It's easy for them to push the real message to the dark side. You know what I'm saying? Push it over to the dark side so people don't see it. You know what I mean? It's easy for them to do that because they spreading money on the situation. Every time you shine a little bit of something, people don't realize that everything that glitters ain't gold. You know what I mean? That's what got the slaves here in the first place. The dissatisfied, you know what I'm saying, feed into something that they shouldn't have been dissatisfied in. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But that's part of the agenda that they was pushing. And and that's why I loved X so much because he was like, man, fuck them niggas. Fuck y'all agenda. Nigga, I am who I
On the
am. You know what I mean? And that's why I love Dog so much. You know what I mean? Because he wasn't afraid to, you know what I'm saying, right on camera, let you know straight to your face and mean that shit from the heart. You know what I mean? That was the real side of X. Like, and I respect real. You know what I mean?
right. And he definitely was letting you know what their agenda was, and he did go against the grain when it came to the industry. He definitely was rogue and out of control. The industry could not control somebody like DMX, and most artists are afraid to speak up or go against because they're so afraid to lose what they've come so far to get. So they tend to just keep going on agreeing, even if it's not in them or what they believe.
Or the other side of that is they tend to play the cut. And what I mean by that is they still out there doing their music and shit, but they really not living to the potential of what they really could be living to because they're not part of the agenda. So because they're not going with it, listen, besides X, let me tell you something. There's a lot of MCs, a lot of hip hop legends that's still putting in work,
Mhm.
that's still touring, that's still doing their thing. They
Yeah.
still the best in what they accomplish,
Yeah.
but they just not running with the agenda, and this is why you don't hear from them.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Listen, Cheeks, a two-time Grammy Award winner. All right. Why is he not on the radio every day?
Right.
At least one of his classics should be playing every day on the radio.
Right.
In New York City, at least.
Right.
Hot 97 ain't playing Cheeks like that. Why? Because he's not part of the agenda.
Yeah.
They should be playing my bro at least one time a week, 2, 3 times a week. Let these little niggas remind these little people, these young people.
What real classic hip hop
So,
sounds like.
so yeah, there's a lot of MCs that live by that same code that X lived by. You know what I'm saying? That I personally be around. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna go with the agenda. You know what I
Right.
mean? They still warriors at heart. You know what I mean? It's just that the little bit that they was able to take care of my family, take care of my peoples. I gotta take care of my tribe. You understand
Right.
what I'm saying? And that's what they
Def-
do. But they still out here. It's just they not
yeah,
number
it's
one on
still
people's
coming
radio.
out
They
here
still
for-
putting music out.
yeah.
Uh,
Like you
um,
said, it's touring, still getting booked. That's when you make real music.
Mob
When
Deep,
your music could
Mob
play
Deep just
the
put a
time.
Havoc of Mob Deep just put an amazing album out.
Definitely got to check that out.
I don't know if you heard it for Mob Deep, the Infinite. That album is fire, right?
Okay.
Uh, when's the last time you heard an album from Mob Deep? Did
Not in a
anybody
long
go check out? Did anybody go check out Ghostface new album, Supreme Clientele 2?
right. I
That
heard
album is
about it.
fire.
Hmm.
Smith and Wesson put an album out.
Wow.
These are
Okay.
these are people that was at the top of the game on the radios. They still
Right.
putting music out. They still touring and all that. It's just people got to check for the music. More people got to check for the music. You know what I mean? They still doing their thing. If they want,
Definitely.
listen, hip hop is still strong, and there's
So
some real
right
niggas in
now,
there, and there's some real niggas in the game. Cause look, now I just got 5.5 billion. Let's not talk about it.
yes, he did. Congratulations to Nas. He's someone else that never went with the agenda either.
That's right.
And
You know
he
what
still
NAS
made
stands for, right?
well,
Niggas Against
huh?
Society. Let's smoke to that.
So we're in a time where everybody's chasing viral hits. Do you make music for the charts or for the culture?
Man, I don't care if I never get heard. The ones that need to hear it is gonna hear it. You understand what I'm saying? Like I feel my music. I feel that I don't feel this way. This is the truth. Sound travels at a magnificent speed of 1,120 miles per second, right?
Hmm.
So whoever feels my vibration, wherever that sound vibrates to, if it catches their ears and they love it, it's gonna bring them in. Those are the ones that need to hear it. You know what I'm
I
saying?
love that.
I would love to go viral. Who doesn't want to go viral? Who doesn't want to sell? Who doesn't want to do a bit 2, 3 billion streams? Who doesn't?
Right,
But the truth of the matter, we ain't gonna all do them numbers. So
right, right.
if just like X used to say when he was at his shows, if I touched one of y'all,
One
then
person,
I did my job.
then I did my job. And
I
I
did my
love
job.
that he did that. That feature with DMX gave the project major weight. What do you think the game's been missing that you're bringing back?
Be authentic. Just be you. Only thing I don't like about a lot of the new music is that it all sounds still the same. It's hard for me to figure out what artist is what artist. You know, they know who they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess I'm listening to the voices. I'm like, okay, this guy sound like that guy, and that guy sound. I can't differentiate sometimes who's who because all the music sounds the same sometimes. It like meshes in some type of way. I don't know if it's just me, but sometimes it sounds like it's just the same person or it's the same
Yeah,
beat.
it
It's
does.
the same cadence. Everything is the
Yeah,
same cadence. Um,
yeah.
and once in a while you might get that. You know what I mean? Like my
Uh,
like my little homies, the Sweepers. I love listening to them. They from my hood. You know what I'm saying? The Sweepers are from my hood. Jay Hound and all them. They from my hood. I love listening to them. And I'm not gonna get deep into different names and shit because I don't remember all the names, but I listen to a few different guys. You know what I mean? And the only thing I could say is like sometimes it's like the either the cadence is the same or the beat line is the same. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of mimicking of each other instead of, like you saying, being an original. It's a lot of duplication going on out here.
Listen, what they talking about is life. So I don't care what they talking about. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, they so violent and da 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 da. Let me tell you something. Hip hop was never meant to be pretty. Hip hop was never anybody saying, oh, make pretty sure. Hip hop was never meant to be pretty. Name a time we wasn't talking about motherfuckers going commercial. It's just a different word. We just changed it up to different things. In our days, it was a sin to go commercial. Didn't we Didn't we curse MC Hammer for being commercial?
They definitely clowned MC Hammer.
Huh? Because he was commercial?
Yeah.
What about the white boy from Canada we clown so hard? Informer. What was his name? No, not
What's his
Informer.
name?
Not Informer. The other dude, the one that got hung by Suge Knight.
Oh, Ice Baby.
Yeah, there
Vanilla
you
Ice.
go. Listen, hip hop has been under attack for many, many years. Real hip hop heads never liked the pretty shit. We never liked the pretty shit. We
And
always
so
liked
what
it.
you saying that hip hop in 2025, do you feel lyricism is finally being respected again, or is the industry still sleeping on real bars?
Now we got some people that's putting bars out there. We got people like I said, look, with the internet, it makes it so hard to find out if it's out there or not. Lyricism never listen, the game never goes anywhere. It's just hibernating. You know what I'm saying? It's not even hibernating, it's still moving. Like hip hop is still growing.
Mhm. It
Look,
is.
we had the era of we had the Run DMC eras,
Mhm.
just like we had the Grandmaster Caz eras, which came before the Run DMC eras, right? Then we got the LLs, right? And then we get the NWAs, the gangster rap. You know what I'm saying? The mob styles and you know what I'm saying? We start getting into more and more harder hardcore rap, right?
Right.
None of these people have stopped writing. Billy Daz of MOP just put an album out, I think it was last year.
Mhm.
Okay. These people are still putting music out. Hip hop ain't go nowhere. It's just you have to go out and find it. The fan base that wants it knows how to go and get it.
Right.
If you want to listen to drill, then you're gonna go listen to drill. Now it's all at a touch of a finger. I would like to
Right.
listen to. When you go on your Spotify, you can say MOP. You can say Cardi B. You have an option of
Right.
who you want to listen to.
You don't have to wait for the radio to play your favorite artist.
Right. Although you want the radios to play your favorite artist so they could get paid for their work, but you as a fan, the fans have the option now of keeping whatever genre hot, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? And let's say anybody puts out a dope boom bap song that gets the club. Oh, even the young kids can bounce to this shit. Guess what? It will be on the radio. De La Soul, was it De La Soul? De La Soul just went platinum not too long ago, a couple years ago.
What, from their old album?
No, they put some new project out. Was it De La Soul or Jungle Brothers? It was De La Soul. I'm pretty sure it was. Do the homework. Do the like a year ago, year and a half ago, 2 years ago, something like that. They just went platinum.
Wow.
These
So listening.
people are listening. It's just that the way hip hop grew, technology grew. It's a different way of hearing it. You don't hear booming systems like you used to.
Right.
People used to drive by with the booming system. Cars drive by with the booming system. Hello. Cars drive by with the booming, right?
Yeah.
Now people walk by with their ear pods on.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
You don't know what.
AI generated music and digital artists are taking over. Could you ever see yourself experimenting with AI in your creative process?
All right, so check this out. I'ma fuck your head up. I went to school. All right, so after I came home from my last bid, I went to school. I went to ITT. You know this part. You know I got a degree in IT. So yeah, I would love to fuck with the AI thing because I have that technical background in me where where it's intriguing in the back of my mind, like, yo, how does shit work together? You know what I mean? How can I put it together to work? You know what I mean? For me, because I got that technical background. I actually went to school for computer network science. Yeah, I like the whole idea, the whole concept. I just feel that this shit can't get out of control. We can't let this shit get out of control. We gotta have some type of control over it. Because it's gonna get out of control. I'm telling you now, I can see it just like anything else. It's gonna get out of control. We can't stop the out of control.
It's
Can't
already
stop it.
out of control.
We can't stop it. The things that they coming up with already is crazy. So be we have to be responsible in how we use it, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with it. Let's be responsible in how we do it. And let's get ahead on the responsibility. Don't let it get out
Right,
of control and then say, oh, we have to be responsible. No, we could be
right.
responsible now and experiment, but let's be
Mhm.
responsible and do it the right way. Let's use it for the right purpose. You know what I'm saying? Don't go up there and try to change history because that's
Right.
one thing I could see that would really, really fuck up, that AI could fuck up is history being changed because they can actually simulate the whole shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um, So let's be responsible in how we use it. There's nothing wrong with moving forward with new technology, but let's just be responsible in how we do it. Let's take responsibility before it gets out of control, right?
I definitely agree with you.
It's like children. You want to teach them how to control themselves before the system controls them.
Right,
Control your kids
right.
before the system controls them, because that's eventually what happens,
That's definitely eventually what happens when we don't have control over,
right?
our
And for these
brain,
grown
our
ass
environment.
and for the grown ass, not grown ass men, I'm talking about the grown ass boys. That's a Jew for you. Control yourself before somebody controls you. Because
Yes,
when you get behind them bars, and I'm not talking about you being controlled just by inmates, you being controlled by the whole system.
right,
Because if you're not built like that, niggas gonna tell you, yo, you can't rock here, you can't rock there, you got pack up, you getting sent here, you getting sent there, you on the move. Niggas gonna send you. They gonna send you if you ain't built like that. All right.
right,
If you run to the police and say, hey, he's making me pack up, guess what? Police gonna send you too. They gonna control you. So if you don't learn how to control yourself, the system is gonna control you somehow, some way. And if they can't control you, they got places where they gonna sit you
right.
until you learn how to control yourself.
Self-control is a powerful tool. And with so much clout chasing and online beef, how does Lord Chaos move differently to stay out of that noise?
I don't entertain that shit. I'm, like I don't entertain. I think internet beef is like phone gangsters.
Mhm, mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna beef with you on the phone. I'm not gonna catch an indictment over you, my nigga.
Right,
Why? See. Like it makes no sense. Why am I beefing with you over the phone?
right.
I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna shoot you. When I see you, I'm clap you. I'm gonna, I'm gonna. You know what? That's just gonna be on replay at your trial, my nigga.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like it's really, I think I don't like saying Y ends because these ain't young niggas. These are young men. These are YMs. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. discredit them, disregard them in any way because I didn't want to be disregarded when I was out there. I was living my life trying to get by. And that's what some of these kids are doing. And some of these kids don't have the 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 person to point them in the right direction and
Right.
or talk to them firmly as men.
Definitely agree on that note. Um, there, there's been a lot there's been a lot of talk about the New York sound evolving. What's your take on where New York hip hop stands right now?
Hold on now. What you say? Say that one more time.
There's been a lot of talk about the New York sound evolving. What's your take on where New York hip hop stands right now?
New York hip hop scene. Like I said, I think we in a good place. New York hip hop is in a good place. If you look, even Nas has done numbers recently. You know what I'm saying? Nas just did a tour with Wu-Tang, sold out every arena. You know, I mean, you got Jimmy talking about yeah, yo. You got, all this internet bullshit. Like hip hop is in a good spot though. Hip hop is really in a good spot, and it's growing every day. This is a billion. Listen, once you make $1 billion business out of something and it keeps growing after that, this is a multi-billion-dollar business.
Right. It is. Hip hop.
Wait. People say they can't get money out of hip hop.
Hmm.
What is hip hop? Hip hop is the streets.
Right.
Look, this right here, this is hip hop. This R shirt I got on, this is hip hop, right?
Right.
Hip hop was what? About originality, right?
Style,
About who I
culture.
am, sound,
Right.
culture, right? Expression of oneself, knowledge of self, right?
Right.
All of this was hip hop. So hip hop is still alive. It's just it's being overshadowed by the
Who
agenda.
you feel like is being overshadowed by?
The agenda. That's what we gonna call it. The agenda.
Duh.
You know what I'm saying? Being overshadowed by the agenda. You know what I mean? They don't want they don't want nobody like Ghostface to really do numbers. They don't want Ghostface to do Drake numbers.
Right.
Raekwon. Only certain people are gonna do numbers. They don't want
And
they don't want
pe-
them to do the big numbers because they don't want the influence. That's gonna
yeah.
influence the
Oh,
people. These people got something to say.
right.
Hip hop has something to say. Not disrespecting any other genre. All I'm saying is that hip hop has something to say. And America loves a story. So if you keep the ones away that know how to tell the story the way the story needs to be told, guess what? The agenda is winning.
Yes. Yes, I definitely agree with you on that. Who do you feel represents real hip hop in 2025 besides yourself?
Streets. Streets.
Okay. Elaborate.
Streets is hip hop. Hip hop is the streets. Hip hop started in the streets. Streets represent hip hop. The culture represents hip hop. There's not one person that represents hip hop. Let's get rid of that theory.
Okay.
How can you have a culture with one person? If hip
Right.
hop is a culture, then it's more than one person. Who
Right.
represents hip hop? The culture, the people, the streets.
Right.
So let's get
Okay.
out of let's stop being big headed and let's say it. Who every motherfucker that contributed in the game is hip hop.
I love it. And that's a fact. That's definitely a fact.
Can't have a
So
culture with one person.
you've been through the grind. What's one lesson the streets taught you that the industry confirmed?
See, I was about to get us banned off of TV. You know what I'm saying? About to get us
Okay.
banned on TV, off TV. You know what I'm saying? About to get us banned from TV. But
This won't be our first time getting in trouble.
no, I don't want to say certain things and it be taken elsewhere because I don't talk like certain people.
Right.
So my phrases might be taken the wrong way by certain people. You understand what I'm saying?
You want
For
to be
example,
politically correct.
yeah, I don't want to be like these, these bitch ass niggas, you know what I'm saying, faggot ass niggas. And then You got the color parade coming for me. I don't want no problems. You dig where I'm coming from? So I'm trying to find the right way to put it. Keep the suckers out of it. I feel like this. If you condone sucker shit, then you a sucker too. You know what I'm saying? If you condone sucker shit, then you a sucker too. There's a lot of sucker shit being condoned. You know what I'm saying? And that's not not trying to get in people's business. You see what I'm saying? I don't know who told, who didn't tell, but that's not allowed. That's sucker shit. And if you condone that shit, then guess what? You a sucker too. I gotta watch you.
Right. Yeah.
A
And
sneak
that
thief is a sneak thief. A rat
mhm,
is a rat. You know what I mean? Sucker shit is sucker shit. That's it. No, don't try to justify it. No. Oh, he's not this because of this. And no. Stick to the stick to the rules.
stick to the rules. And the street rules say that we don't condone that.
We don't condone it. We condone. If you're a sucker and you condone sucker shit, you a sucker. I'm sorry to tell you who you are. I'm not. I'm sure there's at least. I'm not the only person to feel like that. I'm sure there's hundreds of thousands of people like me, but they're not speaking on it because they're not getting the opportunity to speak on it. But sucker shit, you condone, you a sucker too. That's it. That's it.
That's it, and that's
You know what's
all.
funny? I was just strolling on Instagram, and this conversation remind me of what's homeboy name? Oh, my man Zip with the Drip. That's my dude. Zip with the Drip. He a funny dude, man. The nigga said, yo, there's certain things in life you just can't do and get away from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he gave the example, like if they call you a deadbeat dad, you got the opportunity to change that and become an active father. Right? If certain situations in life, you could turn those situations around, but there's certain things in life that you can never, 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 ever, ever bounce back from. Right? Sucker shit is one of them. Like I can't indulge certain sucker shit. Like if you you can't be a rat and think you're gonna hang out.
Right.
I gotta
How do
go.
you feel about the people that, know people are rats, but they still let them hang out?
Nah, man, that's condoning sucker shit. I'm not saying do anything to anybody, but you got a choice who steps in your cipher and who stays away from your cipher.
Right.
Man to man, listen, homie, I know what you did. It's not my responsibility to serve justice upon you. However, I know what you did.
Right.
And for those reasons, I gotta stay away from you, my dude. That's just real nigga shit. See the
Yeah.
difference between sucker shit and real nigga shit? I know what you did, homie. I gotta stay away from you. When
And
when you
that
start when you start standing on your 10 on what the real rules, and that's where you find the real from the fake.
that's definitely where the separation begins. So do you
You know,
believe that pain makes the best art?
absolutely.
Which song
Absolutely.
on your which song on your project would you say was your pain song?
Oh, that's a good question. Because I got a couple of them on there.
Okay.
Let me think about that. Let's circle back to that one. I got a
So
couple of them on there. I got a couple of them on there. I got some good ones that's
okay.
gonna make you think. Make you shed a tear too. Yo, Goldie, like you heard some of the project. So you asking me the questions. You know what songs. And it's like, that's a hard question for me. So that's why I see you over there laughing. I'm like, she got me. She got me with that one.
Yeah, my opinion is one thing, and you my brother, so my opinion is already biased, even though I'm a very honest person about the music that I listen to and the artists that I like and don't like. And this is a very serious project, but coming from you, the author, and is kind of tapping into what your thought process was in the creation of this and what's your
Like,
outcome.
I'm gonna be honest, the creation of this project, it was more me with recuperation. It was recuperating. During the process of my recuperation, I had a couple of surgeries, and I was laying there, so writing in my phone, you know what I'm saying? Writing in my phone. So um a lot of the process was reflection, because I'm recuperating, so I'm reflecting. Yeah, you don't realize, like, after doing so many years and then being home so many years, like, when you go on consecutive years on different bids, and then you're home and you chilling and you're doing the right thing, and you working, and you really don't have time for the bullshit and shit like that. Start
Right,
seeing things from different perspective. And I guess during my time of recuperation, it gave me a time to reflect. You know what I'm saying? And that's where a lot of the thought process came from, a lot of reflection. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna I'm gonna do something that everyone can relate to on all levels. Cause I got
right.
something for the youngins. I got something for the young boys too. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't no, I ain't shooting at nobody or nothing like that. You know what I mean? I just got some music that's gonna make them bounce. You know what I mean? Um,
Mhm,
but it was really more like I want the sound to vibrate on all levels,
mhm,
so my generation can bop to it, the younger generation can bop to it, and not be biased. You feel where I'm coming from?
right.
Um, the stories is there, the
Mhm,
turmoil is there, the pain is there, the party is there. You know what I'm saying? It's all painted for you. You know what I'm saying? The frame is there for you. It's all painted. The picture is there. You know what I mean?
mhm,
But I wanted to, like I said, for everybody to be able to be like, oh, I hear you, homie. You know what I'm saying? And they can rock
for
with it.
everybody.
Because that's what music really supposed to be. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Expressing yourself, you know, keeping up with the times, of course. You know what I'm saying? And expressing yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's an expression of self. Michael Jackson didn't stay stuck in his own. You know what I'm saying? Or he would have
he
never been who he
yeah,
was. Prince never got stuck. You know what I mean? And many other artists never got stuck in who they, you know what I'm saying? When they move forward, they sound elevated as well. You know what I mean? And that's what I really wanted to do. Show you how you can go from a boom bap to a drill beat to a trap beat. You know what I'm saying? And come back to a bit, you know what I'm saying? Like a club beat.
right.
And let me play. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna run circles around you real quick. Here. Let's have fun. You know what I'm saying? Let's
Explore
have fun.
versatility.
Yeah, let's have fun with this. You know what I mean? Because it's music at the end of the day that we trying to pump, and music is the most addictive drug. And give you the that's why they throw certain agendas in the air, because they know music is the most addictive drug. The ear sound travels at magnificent speed of 1,120 20 feet per second. You understand what I'm saying? So you can be a block away and hear a sound that vibrates your ear good enough for you to be like, whoa, what was that?
Right,
And and the curiosity will make you go find out what that shit is.
right.
You
It's
understand what I'm
definitely
saying?
an
So
attraction.
let me
Yes.
vibrate. If you catch the vibration, I salute you. If you don't want to vibe with me, you know what I'm saying? Fuck you. I don't really care. Like, I'm just living my life and having fun, and I'm trying to give out good music that everybody can vibe to. That's the important thing, you know what I'm saying? And
Most important.
hopefully, hopefully the stories within those same vibrations, you know what I'm saying, touch people and let them see things from different aspects, and hopefully help them move forward in a better way or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I just want, I just like doing the music part now. You know what I'm saying? All that beefing with people, I don't got time for all that. You know what I'm saying? And there ain't no beef here. You know what I mean? For what?
Trying to be a you're trying to be an
What am I
honest
beefing with you
man.
for?
Right.
What am I beefing with you for? We don't even know each other. I don't want to beef with somebody I don't even know. I don't know you.
You talk about purpose and loyalty in your music. How do you protect your peace when success starts bringing pressure?
You you gotta keep you gotta keep your privacy, your privacy. You know what I'm saying? Keep, y- y- I already gave you a piece of me. So when the camera's off and I'm alone, let me be who I be. You see me,
Right.
got me up, salute me, yo, what's up? It's all love. You know what I mean? Don't run down on me like, yo, is it true such and such and such and such and such and such? And yo, can you get me over here to ba ba ba? Can you give me a pass to ba 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 ba? Listen, homie, I'm a regular just like you. Just salute me, nigga. Shit.
Right.
Pass me a bottle of water. I don't drink. I smoke. I might have cotton mouth. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I mean,
Everybody sees the glow up, but not the growth. What's something you overcame that fans would never guess?
I would say the dark times. I think the darkest time was when my grandma passed away. You know what I'm saying? Like I kept, even though I was going through a dark time in my life, I kept I kept hitting the road, going out with Cheeks, promoting myself, doing all types of shows around the city, doing interviews all over the place. But I was really carrying a hurt that was really, really, you know what I'm saying? And it was depressing. You know what I mean? So even through that thought, like nobody expects when someone's going like when you're gonna lose someone. You know what I mean? And my grandmother was my mother, my father, my everything. You know what I'm saying? So it was really unexpected to me. You know what I mean? And it really took me on on a downward spin. You know what I mean? And that was the darkest time of my life, but I still had to keep pushing because I believed in myself so much. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people during that time turned their back. You know what I'm saying? Everything is a yin and a yang. Every story has a yin and yang to it. You know what I'm saying? So I like to salute those that turn their back. You know what I'm saying? Because it just showed me that I could do it even better. You know what I mean? I
Right.
also like to salute those that stole a little bit of my blueprint and you know what I'm saying, and kept it pushing. And I say that in two ways. For those that stole something and I'm not gonna put people out there like, they stole plenty of ideas and stuff like that. Because, it's not only material things that can be stolen. When you're an artist, you gotta be careful because things can be stolen just by you speaking verbally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just putting things out in the air. So,
Intellectual property.
so I like to salute those that have stolen ideas, and I like to give a fuck you to those who stolen ideas and did nothing out of it. And I like to salute those who stole ideas and did something great out of it. You know what I'm saying? So that goes two ways. You know what I'm saying? And the ones that did something great out of it at least came back and said, yo, that fucking idea, I took it and I did this. I love you. And that's all the credit a nigga look for. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? But those that took the idea, ran with it, and said, fuck me, like I did something wrong, it's all good, baby. You know what I'm saying? Because where that idea came from, there's another idea and another one and another one and another one and another one, because I'm the originator.
Right. Right.
I could take that same idea you took from me, remix it, and bring it back, and you'd be like, this motherfucker here. So I've been in the cut for quite some time. I haven't really been outside like that because my personal situation. Um, but I'm back outside a little something, 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 little something, something, something on the
Uh-huh.
you know what I mean? Um, and we're gonna
So
keep dropping music. We're gonna keep dropping a lot of music from this point on.
Are there any visuals, merch drops, or shows tied to this project that fans should watch out for?
Um, yeah, I'm working on the Chaosity World clothing line right now. You know what I'm saying? Chaosity World clothing line coming soon. I'm working on that, and I got some other stuff I'm working on too. I really don't want to put it out there because I need to finish up the blueprint on it. You know what I'm saying? The not the blueprint, but the signing off for certain people. But I'll say this. Um, there's a non-alcoholic liquor company for those who don't drink alcohol. They do champagne and all types of stuff. I'm gonna get that information to you, Goldie, so you can put that in the link for those
Okay.
who don't drink alcohol and shit, non-alcoholics. They got this non-alcoholic thing. They got champagne, all types of crazy shit. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't drink liquor. I don't like the taste of liquor. You know that, Goldie. I smoke all day though. Um, yeah, I wanna one day battle Snoop, blood for blood.
Really? I
Yeah,
don't I don't think you could survive that.
I think Goldie. Come on now, you know, you just come on, Goldie. Hey, you know,
Hey
you
Snoop, you
know.
hear that? Lord Chaos wanna challenge you to a smoke-a-thon.
Yeah, yeah. What's his other one? What's the other one?
Wiz
Come on, help me
Khalifa.
now. Wiz,
Wiz
yeah,
Khalifa.
bring it on.
I heard
Yeah.
Wiz Khalifa got the best weed in the world.
Well, let's get it on, baby. Let's get it on. Uh-huh. Who's my who else? Who else? Meth. Red. That's how you roll the blood. That's how you roll the blood. Yo, Red Man, what's up? That's how you roll the blood. I challenge y'all blood for blood. Blood for blood.
Love for Blood. I gotta be there to see that. WWE TV gotta be there for that. It's funny you
Yeah,
talked
yeah.
about Bone Thugs and Harmony because when they came out here, this was a long time ago to do a show at the Apollo. And me and my sister was riding in the drop top rabbit, Volkswagen Rabbit, and he said, pull over, pull over. So we pulled over. He said, where the weed spot at? So we took him over to the weed spot, and he actually taught me how to roll a Dutch master, unraveling leaf first. You know, when you wet it and take the unravel the leaf, and then you roll the inner paper and wrap the leaf back around. Yeah, he actually taught me that from Bone Thugs and
So
Harmony.
the story with Busy Bone goes like this. I had just signed my contract. And there was I was out in Buffalo. I was living out in Buffalo at the time. Buffalo, New York. Um, and I don't know how me and Justa became friends. There's an MC from out there named Justa. He's a dope MC named King Justa. Um, from Buffalo. Shout out to King Justa. Um, he was having, I think.
Did you freeze up? Okay, I think he's freezing up. You're now tuned in to Miss Goldie to you and Lord Chaos, Worldwide Entertainment TV. You know how we do. We always got the exclusive. And stay tuned because we got more exclusive interviews. Definitely, definitely.
Lose you?
We definitely lost you for a few seconds.
Okay.
So we just gonna take it back to you've got presence. You could easily cross into film, fashion, or production. Any plans to expand beyond the mic? You talked about the clothing line. Do you have any other um expansions in the works?
So I dibbed and dabbed um behind the scenes on some movie stuff. So I haven't done nothing serious that I can mention. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure with some of the people that I work with. I don't know what they're doing with the stuff It was like, like, oh, why don't you come over here and try this? I'm like, I'll come over here and try it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I didn't keep up with that stuff.
So
But
you're open.
definitely, I'm definitely open to that. Plus, you know me, I work behind the scenes of Law and Order. So, you know what I mean? So that's definitely something, you know what I mean, that I would love to entertain doing, you know what I'm saying? That's like Law and Order's like probably inspired me to want to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Working behind the
One
scenes.
is one of my favorite shows. And just the way they do it in business, even in film, is still a business. It shows that, dream about having that many seasons and that many episodes. I think Law& and Order is the longest running show in history.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is. Yep. It
They
sure
definitely
is.
have more spinoffs
Dick
and more
Dick
episodes than any show ever.
Dick Wolf definitely has that show on lock. Definitely.
I wanna be the Dick Wolf.
Yeah, he's always done this thing. And he's done so many other projects besides that. Like, he's amazing. But yeah, shout out to Law and Order for being my 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying?
Alright.
Um, word.
So 5 from now, what does the Lord Chaos Enterprise look like?
So Chaosity World is the label, you know what I mean? Um, and I have a few ideas that I'm working on. Like I want to get some water going, Chaosity World Waters, some energy drinks. I'm trying to get into the sports lane with the Chaosity stamp. And then, I want to do the music thing, a little bit of maybe Ice Cube thing, you know what I'm saying? I can't do the eyebrow shit that Ice Cube shit be doing, you know what I'm saying? But I know I'm better than Ice Cube behind this on the cameras. I'm telling you. I don't care. I'm ready to what up, Cube? You want to battle? Give me a roll, son. All right. East
Chaos
Coast,
is
West Coast,
talking
love.
about he want all the business smoke. He's
Yeah,
chilling,
yeah, yes, yeah, yeah.
smoke
Cube,
offs,
what's up? Yeah.
film
Yeah,
offs.
I've been I've been rocking with Ice Cube since NWA, but Ice Cube when he really, really like he's a legend. Don't get me wrong, Ice Cube is a legend, but when he did Jacking for Beats and he took all everybody's beat, I said this dude is a legend. It's over. He brought he was that was it. Cube. I still want to roll, dog.
Yeah, Ice Cube used to be around here in New York back
Yeah.
in the uh, back in the early 90s.
Yeah, that's where he did Jacking for Beats. He was running around with a Public Enemy.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
he was running around here. So who inspired your business mindset?
The Game. Rapper.
And I mean, which game is this? Because it's different games. It's not only one game in town.
Just being from where I'm from, we're natural born hustlers, you know what I'm saying? We're go-getters, we hustlers, you know what I mean? Um, as a joke, uptown Harlem, you know what I'm saying? They be like, you fly bum ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because we come from a place where it's really about the hustle and niggas be trying to look, we be trying to stay fresh, you know what I'm saying? So, we really hustle, we grinders, and I come from that environment where it's constantly go, 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 you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And, I think that if you come from anywhere in the 5 boroughs, a lot of times, not everybody, but a lot of times your mentality is go, 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 go.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta live that pace in New York. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Whether you in the hustle in the streets or you working a 9 to 5 or I don't care what, or you just begging for change on the block. It's a
Gotta keep it moving.
there's no
And
way
you
you
gotta be
can't
there
be
to
a
do it.
natural there's no way you can't be a hustler if you come from anywhere in the 5 boroughs. You know what I'm saying? So that's one place it comes from. You know what I'm saying? Just growing up on my own, you got to learn how to do for self. You know what I'm saying? You got to take care of self. You know, whatever you got to do to take care of yourself is what you're going to do. You know what I'm saying? Take care of your family, be a provider. You know what I mean? Whatever you have to do, to each his own. I'd rather you do it the right way. But, that's just the mindset of a hustler. No matter what, I'm going to be a provider. I'm going to take care of my family. I'm going to
Right.
take care of, regardless. You know what I'm saying? If I got to go pack bags, if I got to go, you know what I'm saying, do deliveries on Uber, or if I got a job, or if, you know what I'm saying, I don't know. Whatever you choose, you know what I'm saying? Just do it,
Let's keep the hustle
do it right.
going.
Just keep the hustle going. Just hustle, man. Just grind it out. And there's always gonna be you know, there's no better feeling than having a check coming in. You know what I mean? That's all I can say.
What a
You know what I'm saying? I
feeling.
don't care if it's a weekly check, bi-weekly check, or a monthly check. Just make sure you got a check coming in, man. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Okay,
That's
so
it.
we're going to go into our viral closing segment. Finish the sentence. The industry better get ready because Lord Chaos is about to.
Put my foot on their neck.
If you had one message for every upcoming artist watching right now, what's your unfiltered advice?
What's my unfiltered advice to unsigned artists,
Coming artist that's watching right now.
up and coming artists? Stay grinding.
Okay. What's one rumor or misconception about Lord Chaos that you want to clear up right now?
Honestly, I don't give a fuck.
So that's not a rumor then. That's a fact.
I
Okay.
don't give a fuck what you
DMX, if DMX was sitting right here, what would you say to him about the legacy you're both helping to build?
for allowing me even to be in the same room to help build the legacy.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Because, yo, listen, it wasn't easy getting in the room with X. I seen somebody, I swear to God, Butter Blase, shout out to Butter Blase. Yo, the cameraman tried to follow me in the room. I'm not going to tell you his name. He tried to follow me in the room. X turned around and was like, you need to find God. And closed the door in his face.
Now you need to find God. Mm.
Listen, he said, you need to go pray. You need to go find God. Slammed the door in his face and looked at me and looked at Butter, and walked off to the back. I was like, this nigga's crazy. We was Atlantic City too.
He's he definitely was a hip hop prophet. He definitely was a prophet. And I love the way he loved God and cried out to God in his music. Even him being as gangster as he was, is at some point when every man has to find something that they humble themselves under. And he did humble himself under the hand of God. And I love that so much about my brother. So tell us the name of the project, where we can find you, how people can follow you and stream the music.
All right, so music is on all platforms. Lord Chaos, Chaosity. Those are the names that you can use. It'll bring it right up. I promise you. And you put Lord Chaos, Chaosity, Kaocity. I promise you it's gonna pop up. Um, I got out right now. I have, what is it? We on our fourth single. I believe it's the fourth single towards the EP. I mean towards the LP. Putting out one more single before we put that out.
Okay.
The
I
video for Who Be the Faction just dropped this morning at 12:01. Make sure y'all go check that out.
yes.
It's on Vivo. It's on all the streaming platforms, so go check that out. It's dope. I got some dope cameos in there. I'm not gonna tell you who the cameos are, but make sure you go check it out. I got some double R love in there. I got some LB love in there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
A lot of people. You know what I'm saying? It's dope. Go check it out. Go check it out. Actually, you know what? Speaking of videos and LB and RB love and R love, like the last video, um, also Party Started had a lot of Rough Rider love in there too. You see all the bikes and stuff. So, you know, I said, I thought about that just to say, salute to the LB fam, salute to the Double R family because, a lot of people don't let, a lot of groups don't let other people come into their circles.
Right,
You know, you don't get invited to certain family functions. You know what I
right.
mean? For me to be invited in on both sides, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know how you got cousins on this side of the family that's crazy cool and you fuck
Mhm.
with them, and then you got cousins over here and they don't even know each other. You know what I'm saying? They just two different sides of the family, mom's, pop's side of the family, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, yo, it's dope because these are two legendary groups. And when I say groups, we're talking about from hip hop to the streets. You know what I mean? Both groups have put a lot of work in for the hip hop thing, Double R and LB fam. You know what I'm saying? And it's just an honor to be able to be amongst them. And I respect and love the fact that they opened that door for me.
It's
So definitely
definitely
big shout outs to them.
it's definitely an honor with everyone's history in this industry and them still being here. Um, so it's been a pleasure, my brother. Everybody watching the links to his music, to his video will be in the comments or, wherever they put it. But y'all heard it straight from the source. Lord Chaos is here to shift the culture. The new project is out right now on all platforms. Go stream that, share that, and show love to real artistry. This is Miss Goldie to you with WWE TV, where we keep it real, raw, and relevant. Stay tuned.